Hey guys, what is going on? Payton here once again, and welcome back to my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. And as it stands, this Manchester United side are currently unbeaten in every single competition so far this season. That's the Premier League, Champions League and the Capital One Cup. The FA Cup hasn't even started yet. That kicks off, I think, at the end of December, start of January. And this has to be the best start to a season that I have had with Man United, whether it was on FIFA 13 or here now on FIFA 14. It's been brilliant, and I want to keep that momentum going now, because if we could go the whole season unbeaten, obviously we're going to win the Premier League. We're not doing anything wrong there, but as I've said before, it's the Champions League that I want to focus on this season. I want to lift that trophy, and I think we've got the ability to do so. I really do with the team. The team at the moment is just so strong. We've got the likes of Vidal and Mandzukic, and also the partnership of Kagawa and Rooney coming to fruition. It's beautiful. That's all I can say. That's the only word that I can use to describe it. And I'm just enjoying playing FIFA at the moment, because team chemistry and the team ethic and everything, it's just 110%. It's wonderful, and I'm enjoying it. Just 23 minutes into the game, that's all it took for Manchester United to open up the scoring against Southampton here at Old Trafford. And then a couple of minutes later, Nani was there to make it 2-0 to United. He couldn't miss from there. It was a gaping goal. The goalkeeper was nowhere in sight. All he had to do was knock it into the back of the net, and that's exactly what he did, making it 2-0. Brilliant stuff, and everything was just pointing in the direction of United picking up those 3 points. Now guys, if you watch my previous FIFA video with United, you will know that Nani came to me after that game against Schalke, I think it was, and he said that he enjoys playing at United, but he is actually homesick, and so maybe he's looking for a move away from Manchester United. Whether this will go through at the moment, I'm not too sure. Whether Nani will go and bitch to the board and say, I want to leave, I want to force a transfer, that I don't know. And I hope it doesn't happen, because the same thing happened to De Gea in my FIFA 13 career with United. This team can't be having players like Nani or De Gea leaving the club, because we need them if we want to be successful in the near future. But then again, it all comes down to what if the player is that unhappy that he's going to bring down team morale as well, and whenever I start him, he's not going to be putting in those good performances. He's going to be failing United. So do you get rid of him, or do you keep him at the club? But as it stands, Nani is staying at Old Trafford. One of you guys mentioned in my previous video, maybe offer him a new contract, so I might give that a shot and see if he stays on for maybe a season or two. But if he does want to leave, then I would prefer to sell him at come the end of the season, not in the middle of the season. I think selling someone like Nani in the middle of the season, I think it would have some sort of effect on team morale, and that's definitely not something this United team need, especially the form that we're in at the moment. United's next fixture saw them playing away in the Capital One Cup against Sheffield Wednesday. If we won this, we'd be going through to the quarter-finals. Now, considering our recent form, this really should have been a walk in the park. This was also an opportunity for me to mix it up a bit with my starting 11, bringing in some youngsters, starting the likes of maybe Fletcher. As you can see, that was my starting 11. Lindegaard returns to the team instead of being sat out on the sub-bench. We've got Phil Jones after signing that new contract for United. Zaha, Fletcher, as I've already mentioned. We got Welbeck starting this one, who's a bit disappointed at the moment because he hasn't been starting too many games, but he started this one against Sheffield Wednesday. As you just saw, Palmer was so close to opening up the scoring, putting Sheffield Wednesday into the lead for the first time in this game, and that would have given them a boost against a team like Manchester United. Again, Sheffield Wednesday, they were going hammer and tongs at this United side of mine. They saw the starting 11 before the game kicked off. They knew that I put out a weaker side, if you will. So they thought, let's take advantage of this. Imagine what it would do for their confidence if they was to knock United out of the Capital One Cup. They'd have the bragging rights there. And also it'd do them all the good in the Championship. I think they're in the Championship at the moment. The first half for Manchester United wasn't the best half that I've ever played on FIFA 14. It was still 0-0 come the second half. And again, Sheffield Wednesday on the attack. You could just tell that they really wanted to knock this United side out of the Capital One Cup. Lindegaard coming out, making a great save there, blocking the attack from Sheffield Wednesday. This was definitely one of those games where you thought, wow, this is really boring. I'm not enjoying this one bit. It's probably going to go into extra time as well, just to annoy me even more, maybe even penalties. I thought Januzaj may have got a sneaky goal there, but no, it just went over. Unfortunate for Januzaj, and then he came off as a sub. Take a look at this as well. I thought I'd leave this in for you guys as well, because I know you're against Ashley Young and diving. Buxton got a yellow card for it as well. I was kind of surprised at that. There's a bit of shirt tugging going on, and just look at Ashley Young, how he goes down so dramatic like. Typical Ashley Young. Was it a dive? Did Buxton deserve that yellow card? Let me know in the comments section below, guys. I did bring Marouane Fellaini and Makeda on for the extra time to be played in this game against Sheffield Wednesday. Fellaini linked up with Makeda, who chipped that one over the goalkeeper. I thought it was going to go just wide, but it sneaked into that bottom corner for United. Beautiful chip, and Makeda puts United into the lead for the first time. It took only 112 minutes to open up the scoring in this game. And that was indeed the final score for United. We are now going through to the Capital One Cup quarter-finals. Looking forward to who we're going to be drawn against. Here is the knockout stage now. We've got the likes of Liverpool through, Swansea, Chelsea, United of course, Norwich, Sheffield United have to play Wigan, and you've got Millwall playing Preston, and Gillingham against West Ham. So it's going to be a very interesting Capital One Cup once again this season. United then had to focus on their next fixture. It was to be played away in the Premier League in Birmingham at Villa Park against Aston Villa. It was going to be another tricky one. Always find it tricky against Villa. And I wanted to keep that good run of form going as well, especially in the Premier League. Arsenal seem like the only team to be keeping up with United at the moment. Chelsea, Liverpool, they all seem to be falling behind, picking up draws and losses here and there. There is my starting 11 for this game against Villa. You will notice that Kagawa did drop down to the bench. I wanted to give this a try between Rooney and Mandzukic, see if we could get another partnership going. How cool would that be? So Rooney dropped back behind Mandzukic, who played up front in this one. Agbon Lahore almost opened up the scoring for his Villa team, but I think De Gea would have been all over that anyway. But you never know, it could have snuck in just under his arm, and there could have been a goal. Valencia with a very deep cross for United. It goes out to Fellaini, who gives that one to Rooney, takes a chance, and he smacks that one past the goalkeeper. There was a pretty big deflection there from the defender, making it 1-0 to United away from home in the 32nd minute. As you can see now, a bit slower this time around. It just deflects off the defender, who sticks his foot out, and it goes past the goalkeeper. Some great dribbling skills there from Mandzukic, but it was a very tight angle to get anything past the likes of Guzan between the sticks. In the second half, I wanted that second goal to be nice and comfortable. Vidal could see Fellaini making that perfect run into the box, making space for himself, and Guzan puts that one past for a corner. Danny Welbeck came on in the second half to replace Wayne Rooney, but I don't think Danny got the memo. So I crossed the ball in. What can you say? I mean, I wanted a comfortable win against Villa. I wanted those 3 points to continue our good run of form, and that's what happened. Gardner, I was a bit surprised here. It was a very, very good, prosperous shot there, but De Gea, of course, was going to save that all day long. Nice little layoff there from Welbeck for Valencia to run the ball down the right wing. Could see Fellaini running, and it was another one of those over-the-top dinks there from Fellaini, picking out Mandzukic, and the ball just hammers off the post. So unlucky. It could have been another one of those goals that you saw in my previous video, but that was the full-time score against Villa. A nice 2-0 comfortable win for United. We move on to our next and last fixture, guys, of this video. It's to be played in the Champions League group stage against Feyenoord. I was looking forward to this one because, as you just saw, the group stage at the moment, it's so tight. Both United and Feyenoord, they're level on points, 5 points apiece, whereas Schalke and St Etienne, they're level on points as well. Very interesting group. I thought maybe when the groups were drawn that it was going to be a bit one-sided with a team following close behind, but no, it's still all to play for in this group stage, with just 2 games to be played after this one at Old Trafford. And I just had a feeling there was going to be plenty of goals in this one, and it was just going to be chaos. It was going to be a no-holds-barred match. Anything goes. And I thought for a second, no, can't be a penalty. It was offside there from that free kick. Pele had a crack on goal. Lucky for De Gea, it hammered against the post there. But again, what is my defence doing? Why are we just standing still? I think there's a bit of a glitch at the moment on FIFA where players just stand still. You're trying your best, you're moving the thumbsticks and you're like, move, god damn it, you know, but they just won't move. As you can see, Garay does come in at the very last second, and Feyenoord did find themselves 1-0 up against United at Old Trafford. Doesn't happen very often, but a couple of seconds after kickoff, Valencia goes into the box, chips that one over the goalkeeper, and makes it 1-1. United level on terms with Feyenoord once again in this game in the 39th minute. As I said, it was just going to be one of those games where there was going to be plenty of goals. But it seemed to me as though that goal against Feyenoord, it didn't seem to bother them. They were like machines on that pitch at Old Trafford. And Singh picked out Pelé, looking very dangerous. If it wasn't for De Gea, I think it probably would have been 2-1 there. In the second half, Robin van Persie could see Michael Carrick making a run, making space for himself. Excellent opportunity to put United into the lead, but it just goes over into the Stretford end. But Feyenoord once again in the second half with that never give up attitude. The ball was at the feet of Vilhena, who took it into the box, and look at that for a cocky cross, picking out the head of Pelé, who was on fire in this game, making it 2-1. And putting Feyenoord into the lead for the second time in this game in the 66th minute. I was a bit disappointed Mandzukic didn't pick up the pass there. Rooney recovered for United, gave it to Vidal. As you saw, I was about to smash it, but defenders got to it just in time. There was definitely a bit too much sprint going on there from Vidal, holding down the R2 button. I mean, happens to the best of us really, but there was still time on the clock for United to try and get back into this game. It was just unfortunate that Leighton Baines was offside there. It was a great chance to put United back on level terms with Feyenoord. Wayne Rooney here with a nice little cross, trying to seek out Mandzukic, failed to do so, and Vidal could see Michael Carrick in plenty of space, totally unmarked, and he hammered that one and made it count after that mistake he made a bit earlier on in this game. It's hard to believe it's not Scholes, it's Carrick. United were back on level terms with Feyenoord, but there just wasn't enough time left in the game to go for a winner. We pick up a point for the group stage, and that, guys, is the end of this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. If you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. You can also follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links can be found in the description, and I will see you all next time.
I've been Jeff Stelling. See you soon.